Okay, so I'm back with day 3 of Behind the Hippie's October Horror Challenge, and today's challenge was a horror movie with triangular imagery. Now, originally I was just going to do triangle. I didn't want to get pissed off and mind fucked. So I put in triangular horror movies, and it was either Triangle or Midsummer, and I might watch Midsummer. No. Uh, so I just sat here and thought for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, the Phoenix Lights, those are triangular, and there are horror movies about that. Boom, that's why I chose this, the Phoenix Incident. You can see even on the cover art, Silpix is triangular. There's imagery. And throughout the movie, you see Grey Woods do a bunch of dogfights with the military and these UFOs. Also, I've seen Phoenix Forgotten. I've seen Nice Guys. Like, I've seen most of the movies covering this very incident, which did happen back in 97, March 13, 1997. As I said before, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe in the paranormal, or in the alien search, by the way. So, yeah, I've seen most of those. I haven't seen this one. I hadn't, and I saw the cast list. I'm like, I'm watching this one. It's more sci-fi than horror, but the horror's there. And when I saw the cast list, I'm like, wait, what? It stars Yuri Lowenthal and Troy Baker. Yeah, they're more well known as voice actors. I know voice actors do live action sometimes. I remember when I was a kid, Tara Strong was on Sabrina. And I think now she has a TV show, a live action TV show, where she's like a mob boss or something. It's crazy. But still, I was mind blown. Even Matthew Mercer is in this. He's the narrator. That makes he's a voice actor. But the cast again, like Senator John McCain has a cameo. Um, the mayor, who was the one who was mayor around that time. Let's see, whoops. Uh, Francis Beerwood. Francis Beerwood, who was mayor on that time, has a cameo. And I think some of this are cop footage, but I think I could have swore Francis Beerwood was talking about the characters in this movie who are fictional. And it's like just like the other movies, a bunch of people go missing during the Phoenix Lights incident. That's what it's about. And then just investigate about their families and like the cameo, like they got actual reporters in this. Excuse me, which isn't unheard of. Like this reminded me a lot of Ghost Watch because they got actual reporters talking about these characters and the fictionalized version of this actual incident. It really makes adds to it. Um, this is crazy. So yeah, Troy Baker and Yuri Lowenthal, Spidey, and Nathan Drake, or as they're called in this movie, Glenn Lauder and Ryan Stone are part of a group of friends who are out in Phoenix hanging out because life. Like, I like that these characters aren't some stupid kids or something like that. These are grown adults going through shit. And the movie tackles that. There's things with divorce, loss, unaliving, which reminds me, there's stuff during the credits, like Deadpool and Wolverine. And like Deadpool and Wolverine, there's an after credit scene, but unlike that movie, the one in this movie, it's not funny. It's trigger warning. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, there's themes of that, everything, and like I said, I've seen pretty much almost every movie based on this incident, and all of them, this was the best acted and given the most care. I think the others were just horror movies. This could almost be a real. It's presented as a documentary. It could almost be real, and I love that the person who did the effects is named George A. Lucas, but Lucas is spelled different. It's spelled different. And then one of the people they talked to was like a Lieutenant Colonel James Edwards. And if you see him in Black, Agent J. Will Smith, his character's name James Edwards. Because I know he's named after a basketball player, same name. Still, it's crazy. But yeah, like this movie looks amazing. And the sound design. I already talked about the it looks like my TV. Yeah, it's 58 inches. It looks pictures fantastic and everything. He's never sounded like this before. I felt like I was in those dog bites. That's how good the design was. Like my goodness. Um, the aliens might be my one minor point because when you see him at first, like really you hear them, you get like the smallest of small glint at the beginning when they're arrested and they're shooting at something. Which, by the way, another theme in this movie: racism, good old fashioned racism. Yeah, as soon as you get the smallest glance in that throughout the movie, you hear them and you get more and more of a glance. They finally show up, fucks it up, and they're mostly um, these six-legged creatures that look like triceratops mixed with the aliens from War of the Worlds, the Spielberg version. And I'm like, okay, fine. Then when they go bipedal, I like that design. Or two of their four legs become arms like Goro. Shit, shit. Like I love that. And there'll be some who will be glad they didn't use the stereotypical grays. I would have preferred the grays, like who are in some of the other ones, but whatever. I'll take these. But yeah, no, it's about these people who were missing during the Phoenix Lights incident. And the Phoenix Lights incident, again, March 13th, 1997 in Phoenix, a bunch of lights formed in the sky and just floated there for like a while. Then they formed somewhere else up and floated there, and there's so much evidence, video and photographic evidence of which I'll be showing some. Matter of fact, let me do that now while I remember. Here's one. It's probably the most famous picture. And you can see it's triangular and everything. And then here's the other that I found. Yeah, this was filmed somewhere else from a different angle. And one thing I like about this movie, like, again, the people who are in it, they have, again, actual people who are there. And you can't tell if it's archive footage or if it's actually them. I like it's so seamless. I like that. And they cover things that about this case that we talked about, like the military covering it up and saying it was flares. They produced that video to prove it was flares, and it obviously wasn't, mainly because there was white smoke trails, and those flares are obviously falling, whereas these lights were just there in the sky. And the movie talks about that literally, because again, these are grown adults. Like they were there, they're seeing all of this, and some of them were even in the military. In the military, so they're instantly like, "Oh, those flares, those are flares." Like, no, those aren't flares. That's something else. So I like that. Again, these are smart characters for the most part. But yeah, and they also like I was waiting for them to cover that the governor dude, Five, wasn't it Five Simeon or Five what the yeah, Five Symington the third. That governor Five Symington the third was governor at the time, who very infamously held a press conference. It was like, let's bring out the accused. It was someone from the military dressed as a gray alien. And thankfully, I didn't see that back then, but I saw it. I was a teenager because again, I'm into this stuff. And I was like, that's not cool. That would freak me out. Like, I don't know what they were, I don't know why did I thought it'd go over well. It did not, by the way. And in a great twist of irony, 517 the third actually revealed that he saw the lights too. So yeah. Um, and of course, the people, surprise, surprise, didn't like being made fun of. So I'm glad they covered stuff. Like they still have the clip, they didn't talk about it. I'm like, okay, like they did their homework here. There's links to the Phoenix Lights website, the Phoenix Network, which I was on before I watched this, just to And so yeah, there's way more love in this movie than I thought there was going to be. Whoever made this must be a true believer in the unknown and the Phoenix Lights. Because wow, but also it remembers it's a movie and there are characters and they're going through shit. These are all friends, really just hanging out, trying to get away from that, just have some fun. And those scenes are great too. It's so well acted. And again, you really don't thought Troy Baker. They're come on, but like everyone is so good. Like the dude who played Grayson, who at first I thought was like Ralph from Friday the 13th. The weird dude was like, "Go away, Doug, leave here," which he does do that. But there's more to him than that, and whoever played him, like he deserves this. Who played Grayson here? Michael Adam Blake. I said it correctly. That dude knocked it out of the park, man. That dude knocked it out of the park. They all did, but he like, damn, like he committed to be to that role. Um, and whoever played the parents, like literally from when you meet them until the final scene in the credits, they have you glued. They have you believe in the shit. Like, wait, is this our but no, these are actors because the characters are actors. They're not fictional. My favorite line is in the credits when the father of I think Yuri Lowenthal, he's like, if those boys were murdered, where the fuck are the bodies? Where the fuck are the bodies in space? I'm like, that was good. That was good. It's a great question too. Like, yeah. Again, it's the sort of play like the other movies, like Things Forgotten. Those are young kids who went missing, nice guys, dumbass teenagers who went missing. Same thing, but here's different. It's they blur the lines of reality very well here. And I did that. Yeah, this was my pick for triangular imagery behind the Hippie's horror challenge to 2024. As you can tell, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I really did. Uh, Thank you for watching.